Hi, hello and welcome back to Formula 1 Randomized, the series where I race random Formula 1 cars from random Formula 1 seasons on random racetracks, be it Formula 1 or otherwise, with a few fictional circuits thrown in there for good measure. Last week we raced on the interesting Knutstorp circuit, where for some reason the AI was super slow. Although I believe that if the AI was a bit faster, the race would have also been a bit more enjoyable. Anyway, this week's suggestion comes from a user by the name of Warrior Terra, and I believe this is the second time we have a suggestion from them. They suggested I drive the 1986 car around the Indianapolis Oval, and I decided to go with Zackspeed, so let's see how things turn out in this race. And here we are on the grid for this little race. We are starting from 13th once again. As always, we are doing a random grid, so hopefully things will go okay. And almost immediately as I start, someone crashes into me. Then I try to accelerate out of that, but I ended up wheel spinning and almost lost control. Well, not almost, I actually lost control completely of the car. And now we're down in 26th, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up to people and gain a couple of positions. It would be quite nice as we come through turn 1 here. Actually, that's turn 2, sorry. Once again, we are in 26th, chasing after Andrea De Cesaris, who's in 25th. Behind us is Nannini. And, well, I don't really know what I could commentate on this race because, well, this is quite a straightforward race, a very simple circuit. You could almost, actually thinking about it, you could almost think about this as a normal Indianapolis 500 race, because in the 80s, the Formula 1 cars and Indy cars looked very similar. Not completely, but they weren't the same cars, but they looked quite similar as Nannini there pulls in front of me and then immediately decides to slow down, so I lose and regain a position quite easily. Now I'm trying to get around De Cesaris, Berg, and maybe even Ivan Capelli, if we are lucky enough coming through turn 3 here. And I squeeze them out and we make it up into 23rd, so gained a couple of positions here. Let's see if we can catch up to Ghinzani as well. That would be quite nice as we come around to finish lap 2 and start lap 3 here as soon as we cross the finish line. And here we go. But yeah, in the 80s, Indy cars and F1 cars looked very similar, so I guess we could pretty easily treat this as a proper Indianapolis 500 race, maybe. Well, except for the fact that Indy racing is, well, cars are very, very close to each other, unlike here where, as you can see, there are massive, massive gaps between the cars as we are slowly reeling in Ghinzani. Hopefully we'll be able to pass him, and after that hopefully we'll be able to catch up to everyone else. That would be quite nice. There's kind of a weird sound coming out of Ghinzani's car, not quite sure what that is, but there we go. As we come into turn 1, can we make it through? Yes, we can. Ghinzani slows down for whatever reason. Actually, all the AI slowed down after turn 1. I'm not quite sure why. This used to happen even in the main series when we used to race on this track back in the 50s. But that is that, I guess. This is lap 4 now. And well, I'm not quite sure what to say. Surer is in 21st at the moment, so I'm hoping we'll be able to catch him. He's about 3.3 seconds up the road, maybe, so that's not all that far. So who knows, maybe we'll be able to catch up. But we'll have to wait and see as we come around to start lap 5. Halfway through the race now, so that's quite nice. Actually, at the moment it seems that Surer is pulling away slowly. I'm not quite sure why or how, but he's pulling away. Maybe he has someone in front of him to slipstream, so that might be it. That very crucial around here. That's always been a major factor in oval racing. The ability to slipstream is, well, something that will have a major impact on the outcome of the race overall. But we are slowly pulling away from the Cesaris. Actually, no, the Cesaris is catching up to us at the moment. Hopefully they will be able to keep him behind us if he does indeed catch up to us completely, as we now start lap 6th, coming through turn 2 here. And yeah, it seems that the Cesaris isn't quite able to hold on to us. However, Mike Sutter is actually pulling away slowly. He is now 4 seconds up the road, which means that we will not be able to catch up to him, I don't think. Well, we'll try our best, obviously, but looking at the times at the moment, it doesn't seem very likely that we will catch up to Surat. And once again, the Cesaris is closing in on us. I'm not quite happy about that, but oh well, we'll try to keep him behind us as much as possible, if at all. And now he's really on our gearbox, just 0.3 of a second behind us, but as we come through turn 2 now, he is falling a little bit behind. Again, for some reason after turn 1, the AI slows down quite significantly. I cannot put my finger on it why exactly, but it does happen. And as we come around turn 3 now, and we are almost done with lap 7 as well. Mike Sutter continuing to pull away, and the Cesar is continuing to close in, which isn't very nice as we come onto the main straight, the brick road as it's called, and the Cesarist goes past us, and so does Nannini. That's not good, but I think we can regain those two positions coming out of turn 1. Yes, both the Minardi's are slow, and we move back into 22nd, which is quite nice. Again, Surat is continuing to pull away. So it looks like this is going to be a battle down to the wire in the final few laps of the race. But I'm sure we'll be able to keep both Nannini and the Cesaris at bay. Well, hopefully. And I'm starting to run out of things to say, really. I've been saying pretty much the same things over and over during this race. I mean, there's not much you can expect from something like this. And Nannini and Cesaris both pull in front as soon as we get onto the main straight. But then as we come through out of turn 1, they both slow down and we regain those lost positions. And we are now on lap 9, this lap and one more, and we should be fine. It looks like we are running low on fuel, but I think we have more than enough to finish the race. Although I should have paid attention before starting the race, and I should have made sure that we will have enough fuel. I was quite concerned in the race that I might not have enough fuel, but there's no real worry. But again, I should have checked before. As we come around to start the final lap of the race, once again Nannini and the Cesaris get in front of us, but as soon as we come out of turn 1, we'll be able to regain the position, and Stefan Johansson crosses the line to win the race, so congratulations to him, I guess, as we regain 22nd, running towards the final 2 corners of this race. Can we keep Nannini and the Cesaris behind us until we reach the finish line, or will they be able to get around us? I'm not quite sure. There's only 1/10 of a second separating us as we come out of the final corner here, turn 4, and I'm not going to well, do anything illegal, but I am going to try and make my car as wide as possible, and we managed to finish the race in 22nd. Not a very good position, but that's the best I could do, and for some reason I lost control of the car, and well, now we are spinning all over the place. as I bring it to a stop. So that was the 1986 cars around the Indianapolis circuit. That was quite interesting. So now let's take a look at the result, and we have Stefan Johansson who wins, Michele Alboreto second, Nigel Mansell third, fourth is Nelson Piquet, fifth Alain Prost, and Ayrton Senna finishes sixth. We are down in 22nd somewhere. There we are. I'm a fifth, so in 22nd. So yeah, that was the 1986 cars around the Indianapolis circuit, the Indianapolis Oval. That was quite an interesting little race. Thank you to Warrior Terra for suggesting this race. It was quite interesting. I think I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, there wasn't much happening in the race, but in a race like this, you don't really expect a lot to happen. Well, at least not with this AI. If we would have had proper AI, then things would have been a little bit different, I guess. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to keep sending in your suggestions. They're always welcome, and again, as I said millions of times by now, the more suggestions there are, the better. But yeah, that is the end. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next week's F1 Randomized. Take care and stay sharp.